evening, Tottenham fans. We wanted Tottenham to respond, and man, didn't they respond. Tottenham were absolutely outstanding today. Absolutely outstanding. It's finished Tottenham Hotspur 4, Copenhagen 0, and honestly, it could have been, no exaggeration, if we finished our chances, could have been 9-0. We absolutely dominated them, absolutely battered them. I'm so happy to watch us playing attacking football again. We were absolutely scintillating at times, and our counter-attack football was spot on. Xavi and Muani were cooking as well, absolute cooking. I'll get into the individual performances as well. I'll get into the goals and who scored them and how they went in. Absolutely brilliant. And I'll talk about that red card, because for me, that was not a red card, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed so far and contributed to the channel. Really much appreciated. So let's just talk about the goals first, because there's a lot of them, and I'll talk about the individual players. So the first goal, we had the ball on the edge of our area. A ball played out to Xavi. Xavi had one touch, looked up, played it over, straight over to Brennan Johnson, straight through to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson goes around the goalkeeper, who's in no man's land, and taps it in from a really tight angle. Very, very good finish. Very, very composed finish from Brennan Johnson, considering he hasn't scored for a while and considering he's not even getting in the first team at the moment. I thought it was a brilliant finish. And with Brennan Johnson, you really need to give him them sorts of passes. If you're playing him out on the wing, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to take on his man. He's just going to play it backwards. But if you're playing through balls to him, that's his bread and butter. He will score goals all day long if you keep giving him passes. And Xavi knows this and put him through straight away. One touch, bang, straight to Johnson. Johnson around the goalie, goal. Johnson again, ole, ole. It was a really, really good finish from Brennan Johnson. Really, really good finish. And Xavi, brilliant assist as well, which we was all happy about, because we really wanted Xavi to, start cooking, and which he is, and I'll get onto him in a bit. Second goal, Muani puts pressure on the goalkeeper. The ball goes really high up in the air. It goes into the penalty box. Keeper scrambling back. Muani does a brilliant bit of control under pressure from the goalie and the 2 defenders. Controls it, turns around, lays it off. Odegaard's got a tap in. Absolutely brilliant assist from Muani. Great pressure. And I'll get onto Muani in a minute as well, because he was also cooking today. It's a shame we didn't get a goal. And so that was Odegaard that scored the second goal. And that took us to half time. And then in the second half, the third goal, Van der Ven got started. I'll tell you what, you have to call him Super Van for this. He got the ball in his own area, took on the whole team, and then bashed it past the goalkeeper. It was like Sonny's goal against Burnley. Remember that time when he just got the ball, ran through the whole team and scored? Exactly like that. But also it gave me Gareth Bale vibes as well. It was absolute brilliant goal. His pace and power, no one could keep up with him. It was an absolute brilliant goal. I don't remember the last time I see one of our centre-backs take on a whole team and score a goal. I've never, ever seen it. It was an absolutely brilliant goal. It's going to be replayed time and time and time and time again. It was absolutely outstanding. Van der Ven's value has just gone up by another 20 million. I swear, though, this guy shouldn't be playing centre-back. He should be playing left wing. He's brilliant. You should change him into a Gareth Bale type player. He's so good. He's brilliant at finishing. He's brilliant at sprinting with the ball and getting past players. He's strong. He's powerful. He can put a cross in. Remember that time when he was playing against Man U and he ran down the wing, took on about 4 or 5 players and crossed it for Brennan Johnson to score? He's wasted at the back. He should be playing more further forward. And then the fourth goal, which was a couple of minutes later after that, and this was with 10 men, by the way, we was doing this. We went absolutely mental. After we got a player sent off, we was going fucking mental. We was just attack after attack after attack. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to go the other way around. But Kuti found himself up front. Kuti Romero found himself up front. Got played through, and then he, instead of shooting, he crossed it across, and substitute Paulinho comes in and scores on the same day, or the day after, that Jamie Carragher said he's not good enough to play for Spurs. Plays for Spurs the next day and scores again. I think that's his 4th goal of the season already, and he's meant to be a defensive midfielder. But an assist for Kuti trying to go up front for some reason, but it worked, so we're happy. Now that was the goals, and they were all clinical goals. And before I talk about individual players, I want to talk about the chances we missed. It was unbelievable amount of chances we missed. Xavi in the first half. Let's talk about Xavi first, actually. Xavi could have had a hat-trick of assists today, and he only played first half and 10 minutes of the second half. But he could have had a hat-trick of assists in that first half. He got an assist for Johnson, like I explained earlier in the video, but also he had a great 1-2s with Muani. Them two are linking up really well, by the way. They're both cooking. Great 1-2s with Muani, and then lays it off for Muani, and then Muani literally just has to put it either side of the goalkeeper and ends up putting it wide. And I was like, oh, because it would have been a brilliant goal. It was a well played goal. And I think Udogie was part of that movement as well. Absolutely brilliant play, but Muani should have scored. And another one was Xavi was out on the right hand side, put a brilliant cross in straight on Muani's head. It's literally just had to hit the target, and he hit it over. I was so frustrated because Xavi could have had a hat-trick of assists, and Muani probably could have scored a hat-trick today, to be honest. But Xavi was absolutely cooking in that first half. He was receiving the ball, getting into space. He was doing everything that we wanted him to do in previous games, but he was just doing everything in this game. He was conducting everything. Every attack, he was part of it. He was playing people in, linking up really well. You know, had a couple of shots himself. He had a shot just outside the area where the defender just got a nick on it. Otherwise, that might have gone in as well. So he could have got a goal today. But it was an absolute brilliant performance. And I felt so sorry for him because when Johnson got sent off, and I'll talk about the sending off in a bit, but when Johnson got sent off, Spurs took off Xavi and put on Paulinho because they thought they was going to play more defensively. And I'm so gutted for him because we started attacking even more, and Xavi would have been part of that, but he was playing absolutely exceptional. And if he plays like that against Man United, and so does Muani, they're going to cause them massive problems, I'm telling you. This is the game where Xavi's woken up now. I really do. I really think he's woken up. So I was just talking about Muani. Muani could have had a hat-trick. He was causing all sorts of problems. He's got pace. He's got skill. He takes on his man. He's had ample opportunities to score today. He had a one-on-one in the second half as well that he missed. It was crazy the amount of chances he was getting. And he got an assist today, obviously, which was good, like I mentioned earlier. But he was causing all sorts of problems for that Copenhagen defence. He really was. He's absolutely cooking. Odegaard was really good tonight as well, linking up with Udogie really well, linking up with Xavi really well, linking up with Muani really well as well. And his skills, he's got a lot of skill in him. He's got potential to be a really, really good left winger, you know. And he had a good game. Bentancur completely controlled the middle, in my opinion, completely controlled everything. His passing range was a lot better today, playing a lot more forward passes, literally dictating play in the middle. He was winning the ball back time and time again. One of the best players on the pitch, in my opinion, but there was a lot of good players on the pitch today. And he was starting so many attacks from his own area, and that's what we wanted Bentancur to do. Vicario was very safe with crosses. Instead of punching out, he was catching a lot of crosses, which was a lot more different to what he was doing before. Anything that was played back to him with his footwork, he was also good at distribution today. There was no nervousness from me about him today. So, yeah, Vicario was good. He didn't have that much to do, but what he did need to do, he done it very, very well. Udogie makes a massive difference on that left-hand side. Always looking for the ball going forward, always positive with the ball as well, and that's a massive thing for us. When he gets the ball, he just looks forward and wants to run forward all the time. He's always doing 1-2s with Odegaard, 1-2s with Xavi, 1-2s with Muani. He was looking very, very good today as well. Porro, again, going forward wise, he was absolutely brilliant again, putting so many crosses in, so many through balls, getting nutmegs here and there as well. Defensively solid as well, in my opinion. He didn't get troubled hardly at all. Then you've got Papa Sarr, that was absolutely running his socks off, interceptions left, right and centre, always getting the ball back and starting attacks. Spurs overall were absolutely outstanding today. I saw a few people saying it's only Copenhagen, calm down. But come on, if you can't enjoy a game like this, then stop watching football, because Spurs were absolutely brilliant tonight. They're at home. They're now undefeated in 24 home games in Europe, like in a row. So they're unbeaten for 24 games now. So that's a good record at home for Europe. They just need to move that on to the league form, and maybe then we'll start being a bit more happier. Now let's talk about the red card. Brennan Johnson slid in and had his studs up, but he only caught the back of the player's heel. I can't remember the guy's name, and it didn't look that bad. And I thought even a yellow was quite harsh. There was no way a red, and the reason why I say it's no way a red was because you get people like Enzo doing that tackle on Paulinho and only getting a yellow, when seriously that could have been a red. You've got like Bentancur when he done it on Caicedo, and that was probably worse, miles worse than that, and he only got a yellow. Like, there's no consistency with this reffing, which makes it really frustrating for me. That was not a red card if you're going to compare it to all the other red cards or yellow cards that were given out in previous games. There was no malice to it. He just slid in. He knew he weren't going to get it and clipped to the back of him. That was it. He shouldn't have been sent off. But ironically, because when he got sent off, Spurs got even better, which was strange. Spurs were doing attack after attack after attack. Richarlison came on, actually, by the way. And I've been asked to say some good things about him, because I honestly criticise a lot. But he's come on. He had a header from a cross. I think it was from Porro. He hit the crossbar. He also had another chance, another header, just headed it just wide. He also had a penalty, which he hit the crossbar with as well. And he wasn't on the pitch long. He was only on the pitch for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most. And he could have had a hat-trick in that time. So he was making himself a nuisance. Remember, we had 10 men as well, and he was still getting chance after chance after chance. Muani could have had a hat-trick. Richarlison could have a hat-trick. Xavi could have had a hat-trick of assists. It's the goals. We could have scored so many more goals today. And you got to remember, everybody was criticising us for not playing forward. I was criticising Spurs so badly because we wasn't playing any balls forward. I would like to see the stats, and I might do this on another video, but the amount of times we played that ball forward and we looked forward to try and attack, it was relentless at times. Even with 10 men, it was still relentless. We could have scored 4 or 5, even with 10 men. Honestly, we could have. And today was an absolute brilliant day, absolute brilliant performance. Each player, there wasn't a bad player on the pitch, in my opinion. I think everyone played exceptionally well. The standouts for me were Muani and Xavi. They were absolutely cooking, especially in that first half. Bentancur was another standout for me, and obviously Super Van der Ven. Oh my God, what a goal that was! If you haven't seen it, watch this video to the end and then go and watch that goal. It's absolute brilliant goal. Great night. Very happy. I know we've got a really hard run of fixtures, but tonight I'm just going to enjoy tonight. I'll worry about Man United tomorrow. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the game if you got to watch it. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Spurs.